Hi, I'm Jeff Trombetta, Professor of Hospitality and Tourism at the University of New Haven in Connecticut. And I am going to show you a Southwestern chicken pasta salad. What we're going to do is we're going to use chicken thighs. Okay, these are boneless, skinless thighs, and we're going to season them up. This is a homemade dried chili paste. It's made from these chilies, and it's got some garlic, salt and pepper, olive oil, and I'm going to coat it really good. I'm going to give it a little bit of fortification with a little bit of ground cumin, okay, a little bit of dried oregano, and of course salt and pepper. And we're going to really rub that in, really rub it in. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you a little bit more here, okay? And because it's a Southwestern chicken pasta salad, we got to let them know it's Southwestern. This is not a hot chili. It's got some sort of heat to it. Let's just kind of make sure that that's well coated. It's almost like a rub. What I did was I took the dried chilies and I boiled them in a little bit of water, and I pureed them with most of that water, some garlic, some olive oil, salt and pepper. I'm going to roast this and then dice it up, and that's going to be the topping for our pasta salad. What we're going to do, our pan is preheated, and we're going to give it a little bit of olive oil. Don't let it smoke. And I just want to get it started before I put it in the oven. Lay these out flat. You have to cook with all your senses. I want to hear it sizzle in the pan. That tells me the pan is hot enough. It tells me that it's not too hot. Visually, I want to see that I'm well coated with my, you could call it an adobo, but anyway, it's a form, it's a mixture. It's a dry chili mixture. And I want to I smell it as soon as it hits the heat. And I'm going to be applying touch to tell you like when the meat is done. It's cooked through. Okay, so I want it firm. I don't want it soft. And so we're going to give that a cook. We're going to turn it over and then just jam it in the oven. A moderate oven is 350, just enough to kind of apply some heat and get it cooking, but not enough to really burn it. And we're going to start to make some seasonings. We're going to put some farfalle pasta or some bow ties. I wanted to use a short macaroni, since I'm going to put some red onion in there, and I want to have some sort of presentation. So I'm going to take half this onion and I'm going to cut it a certain way. I'm cutting a crown because I want to take half the onion and make like a tulip. It's pretty in itself, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pull these leaves off, and I'm going to rebuild them into more of a tulip type flower. And then this one I'm just going to chop up. I'm just making a small dice. I don't really want to use the core. The majority of my garnish or my mise en place are going to be for the pasta, and I'm going to save a little bit to season the chicken. I want it to be a composed salad. I want to have it in components. So in the meantime, we're going to take our pepper. Now this is serrano pepper. This is hotter than a jalapeno, and I'm not going to make this dish too hot. So I'm going to quarter it so it'll actually be easier to cut out the seeds. Mince it up nice because you want this in small pieces. You don't want big pieces of pepper. It almost has a bell pepper type of flavor, sweet bell pepper, but you could see some of that, you could smell some of that heat kind of coming through. Now we're going to need some lime. I don't want to get all of it, all right? I don't want to get all of it. Cilantro. Now cilantro, people love it or hate it. We're going to give this a good shot. Southwestern chicken salad with some garlic. We're just going to mash this up. I just grind it into with that blade of the knife. Firm grasp on the tip of the knife. I'm mashing this up. Let's get some garlic in there. Most of it, save some for my chicken pile. And you can see that I'm just cooking by flavor and taste. And ratio cooking, ingredients relative to one another. So in a sense, that's the recipe. But I'm not giving you quantities. I'm adding stuff to a ball. I'm smelling. It's not just taste. It's aroma. It's texture. It's tactile stimulation in your mouth. And since I'm going to have a flour working on the red onion, I'm going to have a tomato working the same way. I'll make a tomato rose flower out of the skin. This is the stem, this is the tip. That's going to be the pedestal. The pedestal is what the rose is going to sit on. So I cut it and so it's flat. Then I make the turn. But what you want to do is you want to saw and push gently. And I want to slightly see the blade of the knife through the skin of the tomato. And I'm going to roll that skin up. Nice tight flour. Look at that, beautiful. About a 1/4 inch dice, so that means these circles have to be a 1/4 inch wide. Let's look at that tomato, man, that is unbelievable. And so I'm putting these peppers into saute. All right, my pan is preheated, you can hear the sizzle. While my peppers are sauteing, actually pan roasting, and they're gonna chill, and that's going to be a nice edible part of the salad. We're gonna take our chicken thighs, boneless chicken thighs. So I'm just gonna slice it. I'm not gonna dice it. I'm gonna slice it, keep it kind of long. So I added to the seasonings, and adding the oil and the lemon. And this is gonna be like a little dressing that's gonna kind of get spooned over the chicken. My pasta salad is ready. I didn't add any salt. It has a lot of pepper. I gotta be careful with the pepper. And I didn't add any oil, so let's add that. So that's good, that's nice and tomatoey. That's what I wanted. So we're gonna take our farfalle pasta, abundant with vine-ripe tomatoes. And we're going to take our peppers, just kind of go around. And then our chicken, and more chicken. Take our dressing, make a nice line of it. Take a little bit of the juice, drizzle it around so the peppers have some seasoning. We got to do our flour, and we're going to just go just something like that. Okay, nice clean cut line. And this is Southwest Chicken Pasta Salad. I'm Jeff Trombetta, Professor of Hospitality and Tourism at the University of New Haven, Connecticut.